Hi, good morning, class.
Good morning.
So today we are going to talk about restaurant scenarios. But first, can you take a look around and tell me where are we now?
Asian restaurant.
Yeah, very good. We are in an Asian restaurant right now. So since we are in a restaurant, can you tell me what do you see? Like any furnitures that you can see that you can find in the restaurant?
We have
I saw a
table.
lot of chairs.
Oh, yes, very good. Tables and chairs. These are the very common things you find in a restaurant. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so the agenda for today's class is that we'll be doing a quick recap first, and then we will be moving on. Then me and Teacher Hani will be teaching you polite words to make an order, and also how to make special requests in the restaurant. And the last segment will be a short role play session with your friends. Okay, a quick recap from last week's lesson. Do you remember who will be taking your orders in the restaurant? There are 4 people here on the screen, as you can see. So tell me, which numbers do you think will be taking your order in the restaurant?
Number one.
And 2.
Oh, very good. Number 1 and number 2. Do you know the name of their occupation?
Waiter and waitress.
Waitress and waiter.
Very good. Thanks, Lyndon. Thanks, Manjing. Okay. So let's move on. So these are 5 pictures of foods. Can you tell me which one is the appetizer?
Number 4.
Oh yes, very good. Number 4. Number 4 is a soup. So soup is usually the appetizer in many restaurants. So can you tell me what do you think number 3 is?
I think it's a dessert.
Yes, it's a dessert. So number 3 is tanghulu. It's a very famous Chinese dessert. It's actually candied fruits. Okay, very good. So now let's move on. Okay, since we're in an Asian restaurant, I'll show you a menu with foods related to what you can see or common foods that you will see in an Asian restaurant. Okay, so for the main course, in an Asian restaurant, especially a Chinese restaurant, you will usually find white rice as the main staple of food, fried noodles or even fried rice, and also the more common foods you can see on the menu is sweet and sour chicken and also mapo tofu. Mapo tofu is a type of dish that is slightly spicy and is usually cooked in a nice thick broth. So tell me, students, do you usually see this food when you go out to eat in the restaurant with your daddy and mommy?
Yes.
Yes.
What food do you usually order? Do you remember?
I remember my mommy always ordered the sweet and sour chicken.
Oh, do you think it's nice? Do you like it?
Yes.
Oh, very good. Thank you for sharing, Manjing. Okay, let's see what else do we have. Okay, for drinks, usually in an Asian or Chinese restaurant, you will see people sharing a pot of Chinese tea with small cups. Usually your mommy and daddy will love to drink it. And fruit juice. Do you all like fruit juice?
Yes.
Yes,
And
Manjing, what
apple
type of
juice.
fruit juice? Oh, apple juice, very
juice.
nice. So for teacher, I usually like to drink Chinese tea because it's really refreshing to drink it after a hard meal. So moving on, we have desserts now. So, Manjing, tell me, do you know any of the desserts that are shown here?
That's my favorite IU jelly here.
Oh, your favorite IU jelly. Do you remember what it tastes like?
It's sweet and a bit sour.
Oh, very good. Yes, it's a sweet and sour type of dessert. Usually when we eat it during a hot day, it will be very refreshing. So for black sesame soup, do you like black sesame soup?
Yes, I like it too.
Oh, very good. Black sesame soup is actually really good for your health.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now I will pass to Teacher Hani. Teacher Hani will be teaching you some polite words on how to order your food. Teacher Hani?
Alright, so thank you, Ms. Niling. So hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about the polite words. So do you still remember the do's and don'ts in the previous class? So one of the do's is we have to always be respectful and polite to the waiter, waitress, and everyone else around you, right? So we're going to focus on the 4 phrases today, which is I would like, please, is this available, and thank you. So I'm going to show you the examples of this, how to use these 4 phrases. Okay, for the first one, please. So please is used to make requests more polite or courteous. So let me say the first sentence. You can use please in this sentence. May I have a plate of fried rice, please? So this is when you want a plate of fried rice. So Manjing, can you read the second sentence, please?
May I have a glass of fruit juice, please?
Yes, that's right. When you want a glass of fruit juice, you use please. And then, can I have Lyndon to read the third sentence, please?
Yes. May I have a cup of IU jelly, please?
That's good. All right. So let's move on to the next phrase. I would like. So I would like is used when you want to add formality to the order to make it more respectful. So just like our Miss Eileen just now, she said that I would like to make it bigger. I would like to make the screen near the toilet. So the first sentence would be, I would like a plate of sweet and sour chicken and a bowl of rice, please. So you add it on with the please. Okay, so Lyndon, can you read the second sentence?
I would like a pot of tea, please.
Yes, I would like a pot of tea, please. And then Wenjing, when you want a bowl of black sesame soup, what do you say?
I would like a bowl of black sesame soup, please.
That's right. Okay, very good. Now let's move on to the third phrase. So is this available? So this is the phrase we say when we want to show consideration for the restaurant offering. So do they have that thing in that restaurant? So let's say, is the IU jelly available? Is the fried rice or fried noodles available? That's how you say when you want to confirm about something. All right. So, and last but not least, don't forget to always say thank you after you have ordered. Right? Okay, now that we have learned 4 polite words that is generally used in restaurant, we're going to move on to how to make a special request. So, the first one is I do not like, and then second one I'm allergic to, and then followed by can I change this? And last but not least, is it okay to? All right, so now the first phrase, I do not like. So this is to express or to say your personal preferences without sounding very demanding, because you have to sound polite, but at the same time you want them to do what you want as well, right? So you can say, I do not like onions. Can it be removed in my dish? Okay, so Linda, let's say you don't like coriander in a laksa or in soup, so what do you say? What do you say, Linda?
I do not like the coriander. Please do not add it.
Yes, that's right. So thank you, Lyndon. So you do not, you add I do not like, and then please. Very polite, our Lyndon. Two. So this is when you want to communicate a serious dietary concern for your safety, for customer safety. So, for example, I'm allergic to peanuts. Does this dish have peanuts? All right, so how about you, Manjin? Can you read the second sentence?
I'm allergic to eggs. Is it possible to not eat eggs?
Yes, so the point here is Munjing used I'm allergic to, and then is it possible? So it shows how polite Munjing is. And then the third one, some people are allergic to dairy. So we can say I'm allergic to dairy. Are there any non-dairy options? All right. Okay, next one. So there is, can I change? And is it okay to? So this is to seek permission before making alterations to the standard menu. Okay, and then is it okay to is for when you want to politely check if a request is acceptable, if they have this thing to respect the restaurant's policies. All right, so we can say, I'm sorry, can I change my fried rice to fried noodles? And then, I'm sorry, is it okay to cancel this order? And then, Munjin, can you read the third one for me?
Is it okay to serve the dessert later?
Yes, it's okay to serve the dessert later. Thank you, Munjin. Because some dessert is ice cream. We're scared that the ice cream will melt while we eat our main course, right? Yeah. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next activity, which is a role play. Okay, there are 4 scenes that we're gonna play today. Okay, let's see the first scenario. So the first scenario is how to make a reservation. So I'm going to read the bold letters, and we're going to choose 2 people to read out the dialogues here. Okay, so the point of us making this role play is to know the value of respecting others, and also how to be polite and use polite phrases at a restaurant. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Can I have 2 volunteers for this scenario, please? 2 volunteers.
Me.
Okay, Munjing, and then can I have a friend of Munjing? Let me see. Who else in the class? Yongjin, are you there? I think Yongjin is not here. Huing, are you there? Or Arisa? Would you like to volunteer? Okay, so it's all right. Maybe we can have Lyndon and Munjing for this one. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to read the bold letters. Munjing, you will be the Michelle, and Lyndon will be the Alice. Okay, so Alice
Lyndon left already, I think. Maybe Vanessa, can you help? Or someone, can someone help? Oh, okay. She has issues with the mic.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
How about Japan?
Can someone volunteer?
Maybe
Young?
Miss.
I can help. Sorry, I was lucky just now.
It's
Okay,
all right.
thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so
No
I'm gonna
problem.
read Good. So I'm gonna read the bold letters. Michelle will be Munjing, and then Alice will be Yeonjing. Okay. Alice wants to go to a well-known Chinese restaurant in her town. However, she knows that if she does not make a reservation, she will have to wait for a table for a long time. So she calls the restaurant. So making reservation is one of the things that we have learned in the previous lesson. So Michelle, you can start now.
Thank you for calling the Happy Tumbling. I'm Michelle. How may I help you?
Hi, I'm wondering if I can
book a table for 1 at 8 p.m. on Friday?
Sure, there's not problem. May I ask your name, ma'am?
Yes, sure. It's Alice. A-L-I-C-E.
Alright, Alice. You're booked for 8 p.m. on Friday. May I ask for your phone number?
Oh, it's 017-204-3811.
Michelle writes down the information on a notepad by the telephone.
Thank you. Let me repeat your reservation details. Alice, table for 1 8 p.m. on Friday. Phone number 017-204-3811. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
You're welcome. See you on Friday.
Good job. Thank you very much, Yoongjin and Moonjin. So this is how you make a reservation. You use the polite words such as, I'm wondering if I can book a table, and then you state your how many people and at what time, what day. All right. So now we'll move on to the second scenario. So for the second scenarios, we'll focus on how to order and take orders. So in a quaint Chinese restaurant, Alice, the customer, steps through the entrance. James, the waiter, escorts her to a cozy table. Now we have James and Alice. So can we switch the roles? The Yoongjin will be James, and then Moonjin will be Alice. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, good. So James, are you ready? Can start whenever you're ready.
Shall I start now?
Yeah, you start.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome to Happy Dumpling. I'm James. Allow me to bring you to your table.
James brings Alice to the table. Seated at her table, Alice is presented with a menu.
Here's your menu. Take your time to explore our offerings. When you're ready to order, just let me know.
Alice takes a few moments to peruse the menu, making her selection and then plugging down James. She expresses her readiness to place her order.
Hi, what would you like to order?
I would like a plate of fried rice, please.
James takes note of her order.
Any beverages to accompany your meal?
A glass of fruit juice, please.
Great choice. Is there anything else I can get for you?
No, that'll be all.
Perfect. Your order includes a fried rice and a glass of fruit juice. I'll send this to the chef right now.
As James heads to the kitchen to communicate the order to the chef, Alice eagerly anticipates her meal. Good job! Thank you very much for volunteering. So in this scenario, we can see that James and Alice use the right polite words such as please, and then I would like a plate, and then a glass of fruit juice, please, and then yeah. All right, so now we're going to move on with the third scenario, which will be conducted by Miss Edie.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Hani. So, for the third scenario, there will also be two people, Sandra and Andrew. So, who would like to be my volunteers for this scene? Anyone?
If not mine, I will be a volunteer again.
Okay, thank you, Manjing. Anyone else? Can anyone else be Manjing's partner for the scene?
Can someone else volunteer? Anyone can volunteer, don't worry. Just reading, just role-playing activity. Yapping.
Okay.
Mouse, is it okay? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'll just
Okay,
sit
so
there.
Okay, so Manjing will be Sandra, and then Mouse will be Andrew, and I will read the bold letters, and you two can role play based on the conversations below. We'll start now.
Jumping,
Okay.
jumping.
At another table in Happy Dumpling, Sandra the waiter is faced with a special request from her customer Andrew when she is taking his order. Manjing?
Hello, my name is Sandra. What can I get for you today?
Hello, Sandra. May I ask what are the ingredients in the fried noodles?
We have bean straws, carrot strings,
Bok choy.
bok choy, and some fish cakes and eggs.
Oh, I see. Well, the thing is, I'm a vegetarian. May I know if the chef will be able to make your plans fried noodles without the fish cakes?
Oh, that should not be a problem. What about eggs? Is it okay for you?
Yes, eggs are okay for me. Thank you for asking.
Alright then, I will inform the chef of your request. Is there anything else I can get for you? Any drinks or dessert?
Yeah, I would like to the black sesame soup. Can it be served after I have my fried noodles?
Yes. Yes, that can be arranged.
Alright, perfect. Thank you so much.
Very good. So, as you can see, there are polite words here like may I ask, or may I know, or can I change, thank you, and more. So this is how to be polite when you're making a special request. So moving on to our last scenario, we will have James and Alice as the characters right now. So can I ask Manjing and Mouse to be both James and Alice one more time?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. So
I will be
reading the
James or
bold-
Alice.
You can be James, so Manjing will be Alice.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I'll be reading the bold letters like just now, and you and Manjing can read the conversation as part of the roleplay. We'll start now. After having a satisfying meal, Alice is now ready to pay and leave. She raises her hand to flag down a waiter, which happens to be James.
Hello, how may I help you?
Hello, James. I would like the bill, please.
Alright, please hold down.
James leaves to get the bill and returns promptly with the bill and a card scanner machine.
Here's a bill. You have ordered a plate of fried rice and a glass of fruit juice. It will be 30 ringgit. Would you pay by cash or card?
I will pay by card, please.
Alice pulls out her card and James activates the card scanner.
And please tap your card here.
Alice taps her card on the reader and it chimes. James tears the receipt and hands it to Alice, which the latter receives.
Here's your receipt. Thank you for dining at the Happy Dumpling.
Thank you for your amazing service.
Have a nice day.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mouse. Thank you, Manjing. So, as you can see here, we have some polite words also, like how may I help you, and please and thank you. So, please and thank you is the most common polite words you can use anywhere, including in a restaurant, to sound more polite, and especially when you ask for something or make a request. So, we are almost at the end of our lesson. For final recap, can you tell me what polite words did you learn today?
I've learned the thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Anything else?
May I?
Okay. So we have a number of polite words we have learned today, such as you're welcome, please and thank you, may I, can I, is it okay too? So these words are important because it will make you sound more polite when you're asking for something or making a request. or when you're ordering in a restaurant. So you can take note of these words, and next time when you go to a restaurant with your daddy and mommy, you can take note that if your daddy and mommy uses these words, and if they don't, maybe you can remind them saying like, "Daddy, mommy, please use thank you." Okay, you can use please to the waiter, or when the waiter serves you food, you can just tell them thank you. So, before we end this class, can you tell me what do you find fun during the role play?
The scenario.
Anyone? The scenario. Did you encounter this when you were in the restaurant with your daddy and mommy?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. What kind of scenario? Is it when your daddy and mommy would change the menu sometimes?
I will help my mommy and daddy to book a reservation.
Oh, wow, that's really good. So thank you for your sharing, Manjing. So that's all for our class today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Well done to your group. Okay, that was really informative and entertaining as well. Right. Without further ado, I'd like to invite Max for your feedback, followed by Charles, and Dr. Tan will text me her feedback, and I'll read her feedback. Right.
Absolutely. Can everybody hear me?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Excellent. Fantastic. Okay. One of the things that I will say is that Engage gives you an advantage over something like Zoom or Microsoft Teams, which is that you can actually move even if you're on PC within your physical environment, kind of like I'm doing right now. So for these scenarios, I definitely encourage some kind of movement such as, because I saw one or two where everybody was seated for the scenario. So not only using your voices, but also moving your body. For example, I could walk up to this table and I could actually talk to individuals at the specific table that I walk up to, especially if I'm playing somebody within the restaurant who works professionally within the restaurant. So using motion, utilizing emojis is also really helpful. So utilizing smiley faces, hearts, things along these lines can really be helpful in creating a more immersive experience where people feel like they're actually there. So especially when you're in the headsets, it definitely creates an immersive experience, but you can do the same thing with PCs as well. And that's what's really cool about Engage is that you can't do that on Zoom. So it makes it feel a little bit more realistic because you can actually walk up to the table. You can actually walk, if you're the host, you can walk people to the table itself, and then they can take a physical seat. So I would definitely recommend a little bit more interactivity and take advantage of some of the IFX that you have available to you, putting things on the table, setting the table up with glasses, plates, things along those lines. So that's how you can utilize Engage a little bit further to make these scenarios feel a little bit more immersive. But other than that, it was fantastic. It was really smooth, and yeah, really well done. I'm very impressed with just your general confidence when teaching and talking to fellow classmates and just everybody, how you communicate with each other. Your confidence levels are really impressive, and that's something that you should be proud of yourselves for. So really wonderful job, and yeah, that's my feedback and my suggestions.
Okay, thank you so much for the wonderful feedback. Thank you. Much appreciated, right? We'll take note on the use of interactivity and more IFX on the tables. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Thank you. Over to you, Charles.
Hello, everyone. I think, what Max explained was very, very useful, and everyone should take note of that. And particularly when it comes to the taking advantage of the features of Engage. And as far as the presentation is concerned, I think this group has given some very interesting simulation and role play activity. So I think that really went smoothly, and I think the group leader or the person who conducted the session quite well as well. So it's very important to be in control of the session. It's one of the important things of I would say being an educator in a classroom. So yeah, I think that's basically it. That's my feedback. this is quite a good idea to use this environment. It really works to use different environments, particularly taking advantage again. Many computers today have many different locations. So using different environments to create the ambience really facilitates the role play very well. So kudos to this group. Good job.
Okay, thank you so much, Charles. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, the ambience is really important in enhancing the content of the lesson. Right. Okay, I will read out Dr. Tan's feedback. Right. The first one she said is clear introduction on the lesson involving student interaction. So overall flow and planning of the lesson was appropriate. May encourage student movements during the scenario in line with restaurant setting, like what Max had mentioned earlier. So more movement, okay, like the waiter coming near to the table and speaking to the customer and getting the orders, right? I think that's what is being highlighted here. Could highlight or bold polite words as used in the scripts, okay, and try to make full use of IFX like food presentation, like bringing food to the table or maybe objects to the table, right? Thank you very much, Dr. Tan, for your feedback. Right, overall, well done. Thank you so much. Okay, due to time constraint, we need to move on and proceed with the third group. But maybe while moving on, I'll just read Dr. Tan's feedback for the hospital group. Right, try to make full use of the room to move around. Okay, so as suggested by Max and Charles, right, earlier. Provide clearer instruction and flow, especially moving from one task to another, from the video to the slide to the discussion. Consider to make the explanation of the slides more interactive, and consider to improve intonation and communication skills, especially with young children. Okay, so overall, well done to both groups, and we will take into all the feedback given and work on the improvement. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, over to you, Charles. The next group, the location is the Titanic.
Okay, everyone stand by. We're going to move to the Titanic. I hope it doesn't sink. All right. Just a second, yeah?
Yeah.
And Titanic Museum.
Titanic Museum,
Museum,
yeah? Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not the Titanic.